أمة جزر القمر. أمة جزر القمر.
We should spend more. Why shouldn't we do that? We should have schools. We should have Muslim councils as they have the British Council. To teach people Arabic and Islam, the fundamentals of Islam. And I'm pretty sure that Islam will attract a lot of people in the world if we preach it in that way. And the Muslim world will be united. Language plays a very important part in combining people together. And the language of Muslims is Arabic, because the Quran is Arabic. Most of these countries, you hear that they are Arab countries, starting from Syria right down to Morocco. They were not Arab countries when the Prophet came, but the Quran was presented to them in a very highly civilized way. Muslims presented their character, Islamic character, to them. And people in these countries preferred Islam to anything else. They took the Quran. They thought that the Quran, the language of the Quran should be the language of all these countries. It is something which combines them all. And as a result of that, the language of all these countries from Syria to Morocco, it was Arabic. The law was the Islamic law. Muslims could not have forced them to follow that law. The British have colonized various parts of the world for so long, and people have their own laws, their own cultures. They couldn't force people to take all those laws and cultures, or the English law or English culture. They couldn't force them, and therefore the Muslims could not force them. The Arabs could not force them. And the Arabs went there after a very short period of real civilization. If you want to face the facts, they were, before Muhammad came, they were in the state of what is called Jahiliyyah. And the Prophet gave them ilm, knowledge, education. He gave them unity. That's the first thing he gave them. And the hypocrites knew that in Medina. And therefore they wanted to divide the Muslims, because the Prophet found them divided into Khazrajis and Ausis. And there were Muhajiris. And Abdullah bin Ubayy bin Salul, Ra's al-Munafiqeen, wanted to see to it that Muslims could not come together and be something together. He wanted to divide them. He did all that he could. But the teachings of Islam, the practices of Islam, could not allow people to be divided and talk in terms of races or tribes. They forgot everything. They knew that Muhammadur Rasulullah, that is what interested them. There was Allah, and Muhammad was Rasulullah, the apostle of God, the prophet of God. And they were all the creatures of God. They were the people who were with Muhammad. They knew Al-Kuffar and al-mu'minin. وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا أَشِدَّاءُ عَلَى الْكُفَّارِ رُحَمَاءُ بَيْنَهُم. Their treatment with the kafirs was something which was definitely known, and that the treatment between themselves, it was definitely known. They were not intolerant. They didn't treat the kafirs badly. The mushrikeen, of course, were not tolerated because they formed a sort of a party against Muslims. They wanted to kill Muslims, all of them, the mushrikeen. And they organized themselves in that way. They persecuted Muslims in Mecca. They followed Muslims to Badr and other places to fight them, to annihilate them. They expected nothing less than devastation. And whenever the Muslims wanted to get up and fight against them, Muhammad salawatullah wasalam say, no. I haven't been given permission until a state was reached when this passage came down as a revelation. أذن للذين يقاتلون بأنهم ظلموا. Permission has been given to those on whom war is waged because they are transgressed. That is the time when the Muslims started defending themselves after they have migrated from Mecca to Medina. People talk about jihad. Jihad needs preparation, needs leadership. Jihad is not suicide. Muhammad stayed in Mecca for 13 long years. He was persecuted with his people until they had the opportunity of going to Medina and prepared for jihad. The Quran told them that prepare for it. وَأَعِدُّوا لَهُمْ مَا اسْتَطَعْتُمْ. Prepare. Prepare whatever you can. Do your best. قاتلوا الذين يقاتلونكم. Fight against those who fight you. That is the permission of and that is, and anybody considering the two passages I have mentioned will realize what jihad means in Islam. أذن للذين يقاتلون بأنهم ظلموا. And then وإن الله على نصرهم لقدير.
أمة جزر القمر. أمة جزر القمر.